for the striker Florian Balogun. So yeah, let's get into this.
The potential exit routes that Arsenal are looking for are for players like Nicolas Pepe. Still the record transfer, £72 million. It will be obliterated very soon with the Declan Rice signing. Florian Balogun as well, they want £50 million for him. Albert Sambi Lokonga, Nuno Tavares and Cedric Suarez. And an interesting one, they're discussing the next step, the next best step for the winger Marquinhos. He was on loan at Norwich City last season. Another loan move away or even a permanent deal away from the Emirates has not been ruled out. The potential exit routes that Arsenal are looking for are for.
So yeah, Darmish literally just said about all the players who are looking like they're going to move on from Arsenal. Signing with Florian Balogun, we want 50 mil for the guy. Now, I think this is what we should be getting for Florian Balogun. I think he is worth that much, 50 million. And if a club comes in for him for 50 million, I think we've got to take it, in my opinion. If it's lower than 50 million, then I'll keep Florian Balogun. Because I think Balogun, right, this player, man, as I said before, I rate him so highly, man. I rate him so highly, and people would say, oh, the French league. Yes, he did well in the French league, but it's a French league, it's a Farmers League. All right, that's cool, all right. But I look at it, I think that's his first full season, right? He's still very, very young. His first full season, he scored double digits in the French league. I think it's like 15 goals or whatever, all right? He got called up for his national team, USA, and obviously he's already been bagging goals for them recently. I think he scored on his debut, didn't he, for the USA? So in his first full season to do that, and the fact that he's in a mid-table French club side as well in Stade Rome, who I think they finished mid-table last season. He's bagging, and I think he got like the fourth top goal scorer in the French league. And I get Lacazette got the top scorer because it's a French league. That's cool. But in his first full season, I think this guy's got a bundle of potential. Declan Rice is at the training ground. To me now, it says who. But no, if we get 50 mil for Balogun, I'm taking that all day, guys. I'm taking that all day. I think that 50 mil will be crucial for us. We can go and get, and maybe we can go Ivan Toney with that money. Who knows? But yeah, if a club comes in, which I know there are clubs in for Balogun, that's very obvious. Of course, he's been called up for the USA national team, scored on his debut for the USA national team, was superb last season in France. I generally think that players, that teams will come in for Florian Balogun. Will they offer 50 million? Who knows? They might be, So if that's the case, guys, will you sell Balogun? I would sell Balogun for that amount of money. I would get rid of him. But that also means we must, and it is a must, we must get another striker in the summer. But so he obviously said about Balogun. Who else did he say about?
Like Nicolas Pepe, still the record.
Yeah, Nicolas Pepe is another one, guys. Nicolas Pepe, there's been a bit hit or miss with Nicolas Pepe. Is he going to go? Is he going to stay? I hope he stays. I'm a big fan of Pepe, as I said, guys, many, many times. But I'm going to get onto the news about another winner we've been linked with as well. So Nicolas Pepe, it's interesting, man, because Reece Nelson signed a new contract. Pepe's right. Nelson's right. Saka's on the right now. Marquinhos, we'll talk about in a minute as well. He's on the right. So Pepe's another one, a bit hit and miss at the moment. We don't really know what's going to happen with Nicolas Pepe. But yeah.
£72 million. It will be obliterated very soon with the Declan Rice side. Florian Balogun as well. They want £50 million for him. Albert Sambi Lokonga, Nuno Tavares.
So Sambi Lokonga, we obviously spoke about him yesterday. He said he's going to be moving on, and we're going to most likely get a deal with Burnley. Ideally, he's going to be another loan move. So Lokonga's going to move on as well.
And Cedric.
And he said about Nuno Tavares again. West Ham are in for Nuno Tavares, and I think we should move on or a permanent as well. I don't want him to go out on loan. Permanent, they'll get some money from Nuno Tavares.
And an interesting one, they're discussing the next step, the next best step for the winger Marquinhos. He was on loan at Norwich City last season. Another loan move away or even a permanent deal away from the Emirates has not been ruled out.
So Marquinhos, this is this is an interesting one with Marquinhos because we signed him. It's funny. It's funny how we signed him as well, guys. With Marquinhos, right? We signed him from Sao Paulo. The deal was meant to be a free. You know, they gave Marquinhos to Arsenal for free, but Edu comes along and says, "Here's 3 million to keep good relations." So that's how he joined Arsenal, obviously. And I remember his first game against Zurich, and he scored, didn't he? Look, I think he's 18, whatever. He's a young Brazilian. He's a young Brazilian winner. Again, plays on the right hand side. We're still looking at his future. Obviously, everyone's back in training now. They went back to training. Like we saw Marquinhos with his new hair in training. He played out on loan at Norwich City. Actually, apparently played really well for Norwich City in the Championship. And they was apparently disappointed to see him go back to Arsenal. But I think with Marquinhos, he's not ready yet. And I think we shouldn't sell him. I think we should definitely give him another loan deal. Maybe like Premier League sides. Maybe give him to Luton Town. You know, he's going to give him the experience in the Premier League, get him ready to come back to Arsenal, in my opinion. But it's interesting because we've got quite a lot of depth now on that right-hand side. I think a few of our right wingers will be leaving. But Saka's obviously saying. Nelson's going to stay. He signed, although Nelson's actually been released because he hasn't signed a new contract, but he will sign. Pepe is 50-50 at the moment. Marquinhos will go back out on loan again, and we are looking at another one as well. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So that is the news about players' outgoings, guys. So let me find a few comments, guys, quickly. Let me find a few.